Welcome back to the Citystead. Today, I got an idea on how to maximize some more space in my yard. And I'm gonna put a couple root crops into the ground. Should be fun. What is going on, y'all?
Everett and Oscar officially like chives. Everett said they were spicy, but he still likes them.
They are pretty spicy. Alright, you gotta pull the whole thing up though, don't eat just the tips. Alright, well, while the kids pillage all the chives and apparently ride bikes out in the grass, I was thinking of something. I'm always trying to maximize space, and you guys kind of seen the slide. Oh, maybe we should go back over there, hold on. Okay, so you saw the slide. I'm gonna put sunflowers on the side of it. I built this little box. It's just two little things on the outside, just little planter boxes. Not real deep or anything, but there is this whole underneath section, and I filled it in with dirt, and it's about 4 inches deep, plus the ground's underneath it. I think I'm gonna plant like parsnips and turnips in here. It still likes cool weather, so we still got a little bit of cool nights. When it does start getting a little bit warmer, the shade from the slide will give it the shade during the hottest part of the day. I think that'll work pretty well. So I'm gonna go grab some parsnips and some turnip seeds. We're gonna try to plant this little guy out. All right, I got some parsnips, Clear Creek seeds, I got those from. Some purple, what are these, purple top turnips. We got these from Amber in Michigan. Amber, thank you very much. This is gonna be a fun experiment to see if I can grow root crops underneath the slide. That would just be one more creative gardening, maximizing space kind of thing. If I could actually grow some kind of root crop underneath that slide, would be awesome. So one thing I didn't mention was that these parsnip seeds, you guys see them? They're really, really tiny, finite, really light. They're a lot like a carrot seed. So when you sow them, they're more like a surface level type sow. So you kind of push the dirt just a little bit out of the way, you put your seed there and you just kind of brush a little dirt over it. You're not putting it down very far, because if you do, it's gonna take a lot of energy and time for it to burst through that surface. So parsnips, kind of like carrots, need to be very surface sown. Now with the parsnip, you can go a couple of inches apart, 2 or 3 is what I usually do, and then you can just go row after row after row, as long as you're keeping your 2 to 3 inch spacing. And then we got turnips, which is the other thing we planted today. And our turnips are a lot more like a lettuce or a radish type seed. They are a little bit bigger in size. You can see right there, a little bit bigger, not too much bigger. So they go down a little bit. We're talking like a 1/4 of an inch possibly. For me, when I use the dibber, that is the very tip of the dibber. If you're using a dibber or anything like this, to me that very tip is about a 1/4 inch. Just go down that far, and then we put our seed in, brush the dirt back over it. With the turnips, I like to do a cross kind of pattern where I go 4 inches apart, and then I do the next row in the middle of 2 of these ones. So I have 4, 4, 4, then I go 2 inches up, 4, 4 to 4. So then I can get the most out of my planting space, and I can kind of crowd them a little bit together, push them closer together in my rows, because now my space is not 4 inches here, it's 2 inches and 2 inches here. So it gives me a little bit more time, room to plant the parsnips to get a little bit better harvest out of them. Ugh. Well, if that's not creative gardening, I don't know what is. This is one of my favorite things about like urban gardening. Just trying to find all these little nooks and crannies to put stuff. Like, where can I put this? Where can I put that? I gotta tell you, underneath the slide had not really occurred to me until just today when I was thinking about it. Like, I'm gonna put sunflowers on the outside of that thing. And there's a little bit of box underneath. Put some dirt in there, put some seed in there. We're gonna see what happens. The really cool thing would be is if the turnips and the parsnips do good now while it's you know, spring, I'll know that late summer I could also plant them in there and have them for fall, since they're kind of a cold hardy crop, and I might be able to get like 2 or 3 crops out of just that little tiny bed. And I mean, if we get 12 turnips, that's going to be enough to feed us for a couple days, a couple different meals at least, maybe more than that. All right, the kids are requesting me. I gotta go see what they're doing. Pretty easy stuff to plant. These are all your root crops, carrots, parsnips, turnips. You might even do like a rutabaga. It takes a lot longer to grow. These are a little bit quicker. You're looking at 45 to 60 days after they sprout, be able to pull them out of the ground and eat them. So these are good, cold hardy crops, still here this early in April like we are right now. This is something good to plant if you're looking for something you can harvest relatively quick. The turnips are a lot like a radish. They're gonna be really quick turnaround on them. So that's it, guys. That's some more root crops you can put in the ground right now to have your first harvest in like a month's time, a little over a month. It'll be like 2 months, but first harvest will be really pretty quick. So remember, be bold and grow bold, and as always, I'll see you in that very next video.
This one's pretty. Which one should I take, Dad?
Just pop it off. That one's good.
Ooh, that's a long stem. I'll have to cut it.
What are you gonna do with that?
Make crushed flower art with my flower art kit.
That's a good one. That'll look cool.